Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Now first and foremost, before we begin this tutorial, can I just say thank you so much for the explosive response on my video. As soon as it went up, it had like 5 views and 2 likes. And it just went crazy. And we hit 10 likes a couple of minutes ago. I celebrated like crazy, and I'm super happy. Thank you so much, and let's keep going like that. Now before you start getting all mad at me because there are tiers missing, chill. I just picked up the gems and the coins. I'm gonna keep the power points for later on. And even though I want to bust these open right now, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, let me go over to my main account. Alright, let's do that real quick. So in my part 1, we covered all of the regular game modes except for Heist, Siege, and Hot Zone. So let's start off with Siege. I'm going to start... I wonder what's available right now. Alright, so we have Siege and Hot Zone available, but sadly, no Heist. I miss Kaboom Canyon so much. I'm gonna 1v1 a bot. Now there's a lot of these maps that are just all of these maps are nostalgic, and that's what I love about it. Let's do Hot Potato with we'll verse a bot using Bull's Berserker star power. And who do we get? We get to fight against the Gene. Now, when you're playing game modes like Heist, you really want to have brawlers that do tons of damage in a very short period of time. Like you see how much damage I just did on him? I did him so dirty right there. Oh shit, I healed. And I got destroyed. But did you see how much damage I did with just 2 shots? Incredible. Yeah, that's right. Pull me over here, dumbo. And I'm gonna crash. Dang it. I'm gonna shut off my internet so the mobile internet can kick in. Alright, now let's continue. So, when you want to play this, you want to play it... When the maps are more enclosed, play tanky. But, other than that, you should definitely play a brawler that does a lot of damage for mid to long range, because, when bushes can't back you up, you're in trouble in most situations. And look at that! 21% damage right there. Oh, that's enraging. Imagine just trapping a bot. Alright, look at the damage we're dealing here. How about another 20+%? Alright, he did so much damage right there. But you might want to pick somebody who is... Basically, sharpshooters are recommended in open maps. Genes are too weak in some situations, but they could be used for support. To heal the dude who is basically trying to light up the safe or destroy it. So yeah, Gene is just good for support, for general support, at best. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty simple win. Alright, there we go. So when you're playing game modes like this, it is very important not to panic. Play it mid to long range when the map isn't too enclosed. I would suggest you play long range in general, because when you play at long range, it's you don't have to worry about being out of range of some brawlers, because sometimes the maps have some walls that are very strategically placed in order to prevent people from hiding behind them, or in order to allow long range players. Now onward to Siege. Some assembly required. Our man Tick is the one for the job. So when you're playing Tick, basically in Siege you have to be you need to play brawlers that are, strategic based on the map layout. Over here there's a lot of twists. So, I'm gonna play this lobber mode because those twists can be very annoying. And there we go, you are dead. Oh, and how about another death? Nope, not quite? Oh, yep, quite. So yeah, you see how we have a lobber? We have a tank for when, somebody needs to jump in and grab the bolt in the center. The first or second bolts. And you see, now we have a level 3 bot on our hands. So yeah, basically, you just need to play this strategically. Try not to get yourself killed. But I think that'll be that. Alright, so here we go. We're starting to get a whole bunch of damage on the Siege Ike. Yeah, that's right, blow yourselves up. You're smart. Too smart. Get your butts over here. So yeah, look at this. So we have a tank on our hands. We need brawlers like Tick, which have splitting projectiles. So that, you know, when brawlers try to run in, you basically keep everything. You basically need to keep brawlers out of range. Now we weren't as lucky and we couldn't keep them away from the bolts, so now we're about to get pelted by a bot. Which is certainly gonna hurt us. It's gonna deal 58% damage though. Nope, it's not quite gonna do 58% though. It's gonna do 35. So we still have a winning edge. It's just that we did so much damage the first time. Now I'm gonna drop in a tick head. Oh, you blockhead. Alright, so far I think we're gonna get this final siege. Alright, we are basically guaranteed this next siege. Alright, 10. We're gonna get a purple bot. So he goes very quick. But yeah, it's all about playing it conservative while taking bots without being too pressured in some situations. Oh yeah, there we go, that's game 16, and that's gonna be the end of it. So, I don't know if you guys understood, but here's a quick recap. So, basically you need to play brawlers based on the layout. Let me showcase what I'm trying to say. So, some assembly required recommends one brawl, one lobber, one tank, and one in between for healing, one support. But then there's other maps like Nuts and Bolts where brawlers that actually make their attacks bounce and hit somebody else, like Jesse and Surge, are recommended here. Over here, definitely sharpshooters. And yeah, I think you get the memo. Now finally we have Hot Zone, one of my all-time favorite game modes. I really love the original state, and I'm happy that they came up with yet another state.
Time to fix this mess.
You know what? Actually, no. We're gonna be a huge pain in the butt today. We're gonna play this BB style today. Now, personally, I think that BB is a little bit powerful in the meta. And I think that the simple fix would be to nerf her ability to fight. To nerf her some of her abilities, like maybe nerf her shield or something, for example. Alright, there we go. Well, she is sadly gonna get destroyed, but I need to hold down the fort here. And that was just sorry. Sometimes it's better off to waste that knockback. And so they haven't been able to get in here. Now I don't think that playing a short range brawler was the best call. Destroyed. Oh, that was really painful. Oh my god, look at that 3% climb. Alright, well, I got absolutely, I had my soul taken out. So, somebody replied to me. Oh shit, I got hit! Oof, get dinked. Oh no! I got hit back. Oh well, shoot. Oh, look at that, we captured the second hot zone. Let's go for hot zone number 3. Alright, I'm going for hot zone number 3. Alright, come on, 94, 95, 96, come on, we need to do this. 98, 99. There we go. I didn't even need to move for this next one. Basically, it's like, when you're playing, oh my god, I played on 600 plus trophies. I didn't even notice. When you're playing Hot Zone, you need tanky brawlers or brawlers that can take a lot of damage, or to have shields as their star powers or gadgets, because that way you can spend a longer time guarding down the zone. And you know, it's kind of important to hold down the fort, because if you don't, well, basically the entire team loses because of it. And yeah, so basically play tanky brawlers like Frank. Well, he might not be recommended. Play brawlers that have some range, or that can run pretty fast, like BB. And yeah, so personally, I think this was a very good recap as to what you should do. And now I really want to talk on brawlers that I think need a buff or a nerf. Now, starting off at the bottom of the list on brawlers that need nerfs, I would say that wait a minute, I had a whole list over here. Let me go get it. All right, I'm back. So I think that Daryl needs a bit of a nerf. I don't know if it's his Alright, so I'm gonna play a showdown match. Just to show you how good he is at catching enemies off guard. Alright, Brawl has a fair amount of bushes. Look at the amount of burst damage he can do. And look at how quickly he can do it too. That didn't take any effort. And his shield while he's rolling, that's when people tend to shoot the most. So I think that a way to fix him will be I think a pretty decent nerf would be to his to either his health or to his ability to shoot, or to his reload speed, or to his recoil. So like it goes like this, which is pretty quick. And his roll is a little, according to me, the roll is a bit too long. But we don't want another one of those huge rolls like back in the day when he would literally bounce around the entire map. He used to be literally all over the place. And even though his voice is so squeaky, my ears can't handle it. So he did get a health buff. Now his general health is 7,000. I think his health is fine, but he needs a recoil rework because he shoots a bit too fast according to me. I think he goes like ding 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 ding. I think he should go like ding 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 ding, like go a little bit slower on his recoil. Now the second brawler that I think needs a bit of a nerf is none other than Gene, and it's mainly to his magic buff. I don't know what it is about his magic buff star power, but there's something that is so overpowered about it. Back when it first came out, it only healed for 100 health per second, which basically was, sometimes it meant life or death, but other than that, it was really not too viable. And there's just something about that star power, and when you're playing it in game modes like in 3v3 modes, that just makes it so overpowered. And it's just so crazy because when he's able to like burst heal his teammates, it's basically like a cheated version of his. It's like a cheated version of the what's it called? Of Poco's gadget. Oh shoot! Right the box. No, get out of here. Alright, so I think he needs a bit of a debuff to his magic puff star power. I think it should go down from 400 to 250, so that way it basically works like a Sandy star power, instead of literally giving enemies such a huge advantage. Especially when you're fighting squishy brawlers, that can be life-saving for them. But for the person who got it very low, it can be very frustrating, and I've been there a ton of times. So I feel your pain, everybody. I think that he deserves a 150 heal nerf, and it should go back down to 250. Okay, wait. And his gadget is good. In its current state, I think it is very good. And there we go. His gadget is used mainly for trolling. I mainly only use it for trolling, but I like his gadget because of its viability and the life-saving opportunities that it gives you. So I think that Gene is overall very well balanced. Now the brawler that I really want nerfed is Terra. Now, let's start this off on a sour note. She used to be very, very low. When she was first added, she was not powerful at all. She was actually deemed one of the worst brawlers in the game by a couple of the pros. And I would totally agree with them because back in the day she used to be pretty weak. But she's received a ton of buffs to her health, to her attack damage, and to her star powers, into both of her star powers. Alright, but back in the old day when she used to have the black portal star power, the shadow used to do like 200 or 400 damage, I think, and it used to shoot at around the same speed as Nita. So it was definitely not the most viable one. And the healing shade, when healing shade came out, it was the only star power any Terra player used. That's the end on my debuffs. Now here's brawlers that I think desperately need a buff. Now the first one I think needs a buff, which I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about this for a while, and that is Penny. I don't know why, but I don't know what feels so wrong about playing her, but I think she needs a bit of a damage buff. Because if she's not hitting her shots off of targets like this, if she isn't hitting splash damage, she is basically not doing enough damage. And she takes a really long time to burst open power cubes in Showdown. So that's another con of playing her in Showdown modes, which is where I spend most of my time. Because I really don't like team modes. It's just getting terrible randoms that's ruined my experience with randoms. And that's a run over here. Run over here, defaulty boy. And the captain's compass star power is a very the captain's compass gadget is a very good one. Her star power is a very decent one too. It does a lot of it has a lot of viability. And I personally think that the thing is both of her gadgets are very viable. The ability to blow up people and walls with at the touch of a button, along with the blast star power, makes her very decent. But I think she needs a serious buff on her damage, which at power level 8 is kind of weak. It's 1,215. After that, I think it's 1,260 per one tick of splash damage. So I think that personally Penny needs a buff. Now, finally, the one brawler that I think needs a fairly serious buff is Piper. So we're gonna play this in Double Trouble, the Piper Sniper map. I used to deem it back in the old day. So I think she needs a buff to her health because her ability to combat fellow enemies is let's just say reduced due to her inability to survive if she gets in a sticky situation. Now her super is good for that, but it takes a while to charge it because her reload speed is pretty weak, or it's pretty slow. And then we have her homemade recipe gadget, which is a very, very powerful one. I think it's very good, and I think it kind of balances her out. But a buff that I would love to see to Piper's abilities is either an extension of her of the width of her shots by like at least 20 or 30%, or a buff to her health to 3,600 at power to like 2,800 at power level 1. Meaning the maximum she can get is 4,060 at power level 10. So yeah, it will be a very interesting change that I would like to see within Brawl Stars, and I think that pretty much concludes my list of complaints about brawlers being strong or weak. Oh no. Come on. Where do you think you're going? Oh, I missed. Can we not talk about this? I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, so I kind of embarrassed myself there. But I think that's the end of brawlers that need buffs and nerfs. So, Supercell, if you're listening, those are brawlers that need buffs.
Wait for me!
And people ask my thoughts on Colette. I personally think that she is going to be a very trash brawler. I mean, she doesn't do a lot of damage to targets.
How many cool brawlers!
I mean, look at this. Her damage just reduces. So unless she has teammates that can help finish off fellow enemies, I don't think she's very viable at all. And her ability to do damage is basically compromised because after her damage reduces below 500, basically people just start to ram her because she doesn't do enough damage and they know that. Like, she is going to get tanked. So tomorrow when Colette comes out, I'm gonna see a ton of them and I will basically destroy a lot of them. So this will be a fun time. Alright, well, thanks a lot for watching this video. Those are my thoughts on the new updates, brawlers that still need buffs and nerfs, and the tutorial, as promised. Now please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, leave a like on this video. As usual, the Mythic Boy has gotta go, and I don't know why I'm still recording and it's 9 PM. Meh. I'm a bit tired. Good night.